Okay, well, hello everyone. My name is Carlita Nelson, and I am excited to bring to you guys the first ever Healthy Living with Arbonne for kids and teens that I have helped to work and put together and partner with everybody who's here tonight, helping me bring this information to everybody and help you see what other people have been able to do and use and have in order to be able to help our kids live a healthy lifestyle. And I have some Arbonne kids on here that you're going to get to see some pictures of in a minute, for with what their before and their afters were. But I thought, you know what, there's nothing more powerful than hearing from them, the people themselves that have actually lived this, because I know sometimes people think kids are going to be not receptive of this and or not want to do something like this. And these guys have, their own story to tell you that there is hope if you desire, and you have health goals that you want to empower and equip your kids with, and maybe don't know just best how to go about helping them achieve those goals and getting them to receive and accept and embrace what it is that you can do to help them as their parents. So I thought it would be great to hear from kids that are still in the home and living with the parents, and then also hear from some kids that now are adults and married and living independent of their parents, and tell you what it looks like on both sides as a child that lived and learned how to take control of their health and wellness goals with the support and of the Arbonne products, the Arbonne information, the coaching, and the community, and just the support that you get here in Arbonne. So I'm going to let Riley share first, because he is one of our most recent healthy living kids that have come through the Arbonne Pure 30 program. And his mom is Danielle Piper and his dad is Jim Piper. We love the whole family. And I'm just super grateful that Riley was willing, and so impressed, Riley, that you are willing to get on here and speak and share with everybody what it is that you discovered in your health journey with Arbonne. So I'm going to unmute you, and then we'll unmute you, and we'll pin the video so that people can see you. So go ahead and share with us, and I'm going to turn the Facebook around so everybody can see you.
Okay, so I had said to Riley, and I've been using Arbonne products for 4.5 years, and he never would get involved with clean eating. So why didn't you want to be a part of it?
I mean, I guess I didn't want to give up the food I loved. But then when I realized there was other alternatives, I slowly started getting more into it.
Okay, and so it was the end of March, and you asked me if you could do the 30 days. Why did you ask me if you could do it?
Because I knew I had to get in shape for lacrosse, and I was falling behind because I'm not the biggest, fastest, or strongest kid on the field. So I knew I had to do something to improve, and that seemed like the best way to do it, and it was.
And it was. Okay, what did you find by doing it? What did you like about it?
I not only got faster, I lost weight. I am more confident in how I look now, and I just feel better. I have more energy. I'm sharper when it comes to looking around and asking questions. I all around learn more.
Riley had a concussion before he did his first 30 days, that he was out of sports for 4 months.
Yeah.
And so after 30 days, when I was asking him, what do you notice? And he said, I feel better, I have more energy. And he goes, this? Because he had lost weight doing it. He was all proud of himself. But he told me he was smarter. And I was like, what does that mean, that you're smarter?
I can answer questions faster, and I can answer them more accurately. Just a lot easier for me to do my subjects in school.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Riley. Thank you, honey. I'm going to show pictures in our presentation in just a little bit, but I love that you just shared with everybody personally, from your own perspective, what it is that you were able to appreciate because you were able to live healthier. And I got to ask one more question. You said you were, afraid that to give up the foods that you love. I totally relate to that because that's exactly how I felt. But have you found that it's actually, there's still really good foods that you love to eat? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you really don't give up anything. You gain everything by choosing to live healthy. So thank you, honey. Love you. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to hear from my kids. This is Blake and Alexa Nelson now, and they have dated since they were 15 and in junior high school, and now they're this beautiful married couple. And you'll see their picture in a before and after as well. But I wanted them to share because they lived this and they lived their normal kid life, and they'll explain it. And then they transitioned into the Arbonne lifestyle under much duress initially, and then embraced it, but now are adults and live independently and still live the Arbonne healthy living lifestyle. And I call it Arbonne because they still use and live Arbonne every day, all day, to be able to still achieve and maintain their health goals that they started living whenever they were in the homes of us and their parents. So I'm going to turn it over and let Blake and Alexa share their testimony about what it is they learned and discovered on their Arbonne health journey, because it's kind of fun. I enjoy it.
Well, hello, I am Ken to Carlita. But my struggle growing up was that when you're growing up, everyone tells you, hey, you're young, you can do whatever you want, you can eat whatever you want. And this might be the case for just like a little split second of your life, but like my mom's always told me from day one, either you can play now and pay later, or pay now and play later. And that is the same thing in life, whether that be when I'm 75 and I have grandkids, hopefully, and I'm able to run around the yard and not have to have an open heart surgery or have huge doctor bills from me not living my life that I need to now, so I can live the life I need to later in life. My problem was that as any teenager, I did not enjoy my mom telling me what to do, what to eat. And like I would have 4 or 5 days a week, I would eat a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. This is all on the same day. And 2 breakfast burritos from McDonald's. What really, when I got slapped in the face was whenever I was 16. I went to the doctor, which my mom was her boss at the time. Or not at the time, but earlier in life. But whenever he came to me and was like, Blake, what are you doing? Like, Tom, what are you talking about? I'm 16. Just like Riley, look at this. Look at me. But whenever he took my blood pressure, our family history has never been one of the greatest, healthiest. My uncle got put on blood pressure whenever he was 15, was not able to play high school sports. He was able to be a cheerleader, but I mean, nothing about that. But I mean, he wasn't able to play his football, basketball, baseball, and all that jazz. And so whenever he put the arm cuff on me, it was like, Blake, you're 140 over 93 or something like that. And I was like, no, I'm just nervous. So I laid down. He did it again. He goes, Blake, no. He said, what are you doing? I said, Tom, what are you talking about? And Mom just gave me a look like, I told you so. I'm like, well, shoot. So that's really when it sank in. What Arbonne has helped me to do as an adult is allow me to have a quick, easy meal before my morning workouts, because my morning starts at 3 a.m. And it's easier than scrambling eggs or anything like that in the morning in order to get my 30 grams of protein that I need just right off the bat. And it also goes along with the greens. I eat my veggies, I eat my fruit, but it is hard for a regular person that works an 8 to 5 job, or like myself, working 12 to 13-hour days, to get those essentials of fruits and vegetables that you need for the day. And knowing that I got that at 4 a.m. in the morning, and my body is able to use that energy, that clean energy throughout the day, and the fruit and veggies that I eat for lunch or dinner or something like that, it's just on top for the antioxidants and everything that I need for my life. And so that's my story, and that's when I'm going to stick to it.
So a little bit about my story. So growing up, I was honestly never taught how to eat healthy. We were both active in sports, and so we just had that mindset of that was just good enough. But it was junior year, like Blake was talking about, that we would meet at Sonic or McDonald's for breakfast every Friday, which then led to, every other day, and then honestly, like almost every day. And we weren't realizing what we were doing to our bodies. And it wasn't until Blake went to get his physical done that it was eye-opening for the both of us, because, he found out he was borderline, high blood pressure. Honestly, almost didn't even pass his physical to play sports, which was huge for him. And then he realized that he needed a change, which ultimately led me that, well, if you're going to do it, well, then I'm going to do it, because we'd partner together in things. And so he honestly introduced me to Arbonne. And so instead of going to Sonic or McDonald's, those days that we went, he would bring me an Arbonne protein shake. And honestly, that was the first protein shake that I had ever had. I had never drank one before, which was kind of crazy, but it just helped me learn how to be more mindful of what I was putting in my body. And so looking back at photos, we honestly just didn't realize how unhealthy we were. We thought we were eating fine, and we were able to just stay active, and we were going to be fine. And so today, we live Arbonne daily. Like, we make sure that we have everything in stock, because we would both panic if we started running low. So, because we live it daily, breakfast, lunch. And so we just know that we're getting the right nutrients that our body needs, to work the way that God has created, our body and designed our bodies. And so, yeah, that's just a little bit about our story and how we use and live Arbonne daily, and have just ultimately transformed our lives for the better. So.
Thank you guys so much. I really, honestly, I think this is the most powerful part of what we're going to share tonight, is just hearing real life kids tell you their before and their after, and what it is that they have appreciated. And I'm so proud of you, Riley, and what you've done. But what I want you guys to realize is what we do with our kids whenever they are young is what they're going to be able to do whenever they get older. And that, if you when they move out of your house, your heart as a parent does not stop caring what their life looks like. I mean, if anything, we care more because we have less control and we get anxious. But what I love about this information, this lifestyle, these products, is that it helps me have peace. I know my kids are equipped, and I could die today and they would know how to be healthy and live healthy for the rest of their life without me. And that's ultimately what we're doing as parents, is raising our kids up in the time that we have with them in our home, and equipping them in all the important areas of their life to be able to live independently of us and still have the blessed life and the abundant life that every parent desires for their kids, and what I believe is designed and meant for their kids, our kids. And so that is what I really appreciate as a parent, is just having complete and total peace, that because of this information and this journey, our kids are healthy in not only that area of life, but in their physical healthy life, they are healthy. So my name, like I said earlier, is Carlita Nelson, and I'm going to partner tonight with Dr. Sarah Pace, who is a pediatric, sorry, let me get this slideshow started, a pediatric chiropractor, and I'm going to let her share, because she also has other certifications in nutrition and exercise and everything that is just very valuable. And we both have this passion for kids and helping kids and parents to be equipped and empowered to be able to raise our kids up physically healthy, as well as some of the other areas of health for their life. And I just want, if you're a parent and maybe you don't feel like your kids are necessarily unhealthy, I will tell you, as a pediatric advanced practice nurse, that was my profession before Arbonne, I used to coach and help parents know, like sometimes we cater to our kids way more than we need to, and we kind of foster and create the bad habits that they end up living, not only as a kid, but maybe even take into their adult life and have these bad habits as adults, because we, our job, our number one and most important job, we think as parents, is to just take care of and provide for our kids. And if they say they're hungry, then we feed them. And sometimes we let our kids be on this crazy like schedule, and you feel like a short order cook. Like all you do at the end of the day when you go to bed is you feel like all I did was, try to throw food in front of my kids and try to make sure they all had what they needed when they needed it and how they needed it. And you are just exhausted as a parent and still go to bed kind of feeling like a failure. And so that's where I want to help you. If your kids, maybe your kids aren't borderline, high blood pressure. Maybe your kids aren't, falling behind in sports, but maybe you just feel like you need to get a grip and maybe get some more information on how to just, help your kids be healthy physically without wearing yourself out. This program that we're talking about and this information that we want to provide for you guys is going to help you do anything and everything you need to do to help your kids be healthy physically. We are talking about Arbonne, and like you heard from these kids that gave their testimony, we use the Arbonne products to be able to do it because it just makes living healthy as a family simple. And Arbonne, you guys, if you don't know much about it, it is a company that has been around since 1980. It is a company that has always been plant-based and pure, safe, and beneficial. And it is, not only in the U.S. now, but in other countries. And our whole mission and vision is to empower people to thrive with a sustainable, healthy living and for a life, not only for them and their family, but for their community, and to share it with the world. And that is what we are doing here tonight. It's not just about helping people, live healthy with their, their skincare, or adults live nutritionally. Arbonne is for everyone because it is a plant-based company and is pure and safe for everyone in your family. I have a grandson today that is 16 months old, and he lives on Arbonne every single day, just like my kids that are 24 and 28 years old, and like Riley does now. But you guys, Arbonne is certified clean. We have over 2,000 ingredients that we say no to. So, it always kind of makes me laugh because so many times the questions that we hear from people that participate in our program, whether you are wanting to use it when you're pregnant or whenever your kids are, you're wanting to see if your kids can use it, or maybe you have a health condition and something going on, people go, well, can I, I need to check with my doctor, or are you sure that this is okay for me and because I'm pregnant, or I have this health condition, or is it okay for my kids? And what I always kind of smile behind the scenes with is nobody ever asks, is it okay if my kids eat McDonald's? Nobody asks if it's okay if my kids eat, the fast food drive-thrus that are absolutely not healthy for anybody, whether you're pregnant, you have a health condition, or you're a kid. It's void of nutrition and sometimes has so many processed ingredients that it is unsafe for people to use. But people don't even think about asking if it's safe to do those things, but they'll hesitate drinking a vegan protein shake, And so those are some things that I just want to help people realize, that it is a journey in developing a new mindset. And that's what we want to partner with people on tonight. But we're also going to work and we've created a 30-day program to help you live 30 days of clean eating with you and your family and your kids, and help you know everything you need to make sure that you're getting what you need to live healthy. Our bodies work the same, young or old. God gave us a liver. I believe. If not, you have a liver, and it's your body's primary detoxifying organ for your body. It is what helps filter out the McDonald's and the soda pops and the juices that are all sugar and all of those things. It filters out what your body can't use for fuel and energy. And it is doing the best it can. I will tell you that what was so shocking to me whenever I was practicing is I'm fairly old now, and I, have been in practice since the 1980s as an advanced practice nurse. And in those 1980s, there were never diagnoses like type 2 diabetes and obesity and things like that in children whenever I first started my practice. And as the years, passed and my practice evolved, I was diagnosing kids with adult-only diagnoses that now our kids had and struggled with because of the unhealthy lifestyle that they all lived. And so, I was passionate then, but I didn't have a lot of support to give families to be able to help them understand this is how your body works. Is toxins come in through the air you breathe, through what you put on your skin, and what we eat and drink and put in our lungs. And what happens is what your body doesn't use, your liver filters out through your skin when you sweat, your kidneys when you pee, your colon when you poop, and your lungs when you breathe. But if we put so many toxins in a body, young or old, it can't get rid of them fast enough, and it ends up getting clogged up and backwashing into the rest of the body, and it starts storing it in other parts of your body, like your muscles, your joints, kids struggle with so many diseases that Dr. Sarah is going to talk about later. And it's, like I said, it's not just adults anymore that are getting sick, it's our kids, and it's because of the lifestyle that we have lived. But our kids, the number one place toxins like to be stored is in a fat cell. And it truly breaks my heart. I tell people whenever I'm working with them, I'm like, drive by a playground, not too slowly, because we don't want anybody, calling the police on you or anything for stalking a playground, but just pay attention, you guys. Go to the mall, go to those fast food restaurants, and look around and see how many kids, little bitty kids, do you see that are not healthy. And they're 2, they're 4, they're 7, they're 12. And then it goes to high school, and it just keeps building, and then on to college. And I'm going to show you some pictures of even my daughter, who was one of those kids all through high school. And I was a pediatric advanced practice nurse, and she was still this kid that struggled with her health. So I want you guys as parents to just think about, if you could help your kids change and become equipped and empowered to change 1 or 2 things about how they looked or felt or how they viewed health, what would it be? Because that's what we can help you all do with this program and this information that we have. And like I said, Arbonne has something for everyone. We are the largest vegan catalog in the world, and we have everything you need for your whole family inside out, from our baby care line to our healthy aging line, men and women, to our nutrition products that everyone in your family, young and old, male and female, can use, Phytosport line, body care products. We have it all, and it all falls underneath that ingredient policy. And so just to, go over a little more information about how and why this is important, and why I'm so excited and happy that you guys are on here, is that our children, if they were born in the year of 2000 or later, are not expected to outlive their parents. That was from the Dr. David Katz in a research study that he did at Yale Preventive Medicine. And you guys, this is the first generation ever. You know how we've always just had this generational, like, okay, unless something horrific happens, your grandparents are going to die before your parents are going to die before you're going to die before your kids. That's just the general typical way that we could predict life patterns to go. That is no longer predicted to be true with people that were born in the year 2000 or later. And we're in the year 2019 now. So we have kids that are young adults now that are not expected to outlive their parents because they are and have abused the one body that they have been given from day one. And we as parents have to take responsibility for that. And it's kind of like you can have the same model car, the same year, same make, same model, and you can have it one car well cared for, like you see in this picture that I have on this Zoom, and it is in primo condition. You have a body that you put good fuel in, and you keep cleaned out and change the oil in it, and you keep the things flushing through that are not supposed to be there out of it, and you put good things and good fuel in it for it to run on, and you keep it protected in a safe and good place, it's going to run well for you. That's why our great grandparents and grandparents had lived longer than we did, because they ate from the food they grew in their gardens. They did not eat at the McDonald's and the fast food restaurants and things like that. And then you have, you can have a car that has, bad gas put in it. Oil's never changed. It's left out in the elements and the environment and exposed to it. And it's going to be damaged and wear out and not run as long as the other car. Same year, same make, same model, but what you do to it and how you care for it matters. And that's the same, and it's true for your bodies. It matters what you do, put in and your body, and how you flush it and take care of it and help it get rid of what it's not supposed to have. And so that is what I wanted to share, is just establish the need for this information. And I'm going to turn it over to my dear friend who I just love, respect, and adore, Dr. Sarah Pace, who's going to help you all understand what her perspective is and what she does to help people live healthier. So Sarah, and please tell everybody who you are and all your credentials so that
okay. Thank you guys for listening. So my name is Dr. Sarah Pace, and like Carlita said, I'm a pediatric chiropractor. I went to Delaware for undergraduate degree with exercise physiology with a minor in nutrition, and went on to chiropractic school. And within my chiropractic, I decided to focus with kids because they are my passion, and more so now than ever, I think kids need these products and overall health and learning these things, because they're not getting it out there today. So I've taken a full sensory certification to work with kids on the spectrum and ADHD and sensory processing. And within that, I've done a lot of functional nutrition work, which is basically looking at the body as a whole. And that's, I think, the problem with our medical system today. We treat our body in parts. So you go to an orthopedic for your bones. You go to a GI specialist for your gut. You go to an ear, nose, and throat for your ears and nose and throat problems. But it's all connected. And the big part of it is, if you heal your gut, you heal so many aspects of your health, because it literally is your second brain. Your 70% of your immune system is in your gut, and 80 to 90% of your neurotransmitters. So like your serotonin, your norepinephrine, your epinephrine, those are all connected to your mood and everything. And look at today, we have kids, I just have a few statistics. 1 out of 6 kids in the United States have a disability. 1 out of 10 have ADHD, and that was a 2011 statistic, so it's probably even more now. 1 out of 36 children have autism. That's a 2017 CDC study. And 1 out of 6 has some form of sensory processing, and it affects their everyday life. So to me, this is my passion, because this shouldn't be happening in our country, and we can stop this, and that's why Carlita and I decided to partner together, because this program itself, Arbonne, can do so many aspects to heal the gut, which is going to heal so many of these other things, not just physically losing weight. Obviously, it's going to help with that, and so many kids need that, but so many emotionally and mentally need this program too. So that's what this program does. When a kid comes into me with, sensory processing, ADHD, on the spectrum, the first thing I tell them is to eliminate gluten and dairy from their diet. Or cut it out. Try to eliminate it completely, or at least reduce it. So I deal with each family on an individual basis and help them with that. But the reason we want to cut that out is because they are so inflammatory. And like Carlita mentioned, all those toxins are just, they're bombarding our liver, and they're getting stored as inflammation. And every condition today almost stems from inflammation. So if you look at your guys' pantry, do you see, are you showing the slideshow, or are you just?
I'll show you.
Okay. Yeah. So look at your pantry and just start going through. It's overwhelming, but once you start to read ingredient labels and look at stuff that you want to avoid, I'm going to talk about some big foods that we want to avoid. avoid. But all of these on here they're loaded with dyes, which affect neurodevelopment and affect your brain. They're loaded with sugar. I mean, the average kid is supposed to have no more than 24 grams of sugar, and they're saying it's over 78 on a daily basis kids are having. And that's in like one drink sometimes. So we just got to start reading these labels: high fructose corn syrup, the gluten, the dairy. So why these ingredients are so bad? It's going to lead to headaches. So gluten has a neurological component along with a GI component. So yes, it can cause bloating and gas and things like that for people, but it can also cause headaches. It can cause migraines. It can cause stomach aches. And then again, with your gut being your second brain, it can cause inability to focus and concentrate. Notice how Riley said he's quicker in school. Improves your academic performance. That's again just healing the gut, and so helping kids with ADHD and things like that, and just overall inflammation. So you're going to cut down all of those conditions. So the next slide I think I just kind of covered, but all those things, when you heal the gut, you can fix so many of those things. So with the program, what we want to do is we want to remove gluten. Like I said, it's very inflammatory for most of us. And, you know, some of you may take your kids to a doctor, a GI specialist, and they get tested for celiacs and they don't have celiacs. Well, that's an IgE response. And most people don't have that. And if you do have that, you definitely need to eliminate gluten. Most people have a delayed sensitivity to gluten, which is an IgG response, and many doctors don't test for that. So most of us are dealing with sensitivity to gluten. So just because your celiac panel came back negative to gluten doesn't mean your body doesn't like gluten. It's got an opioid component to it. It leads to leaky gut for a lot of people. Dairy is another one. We were all taught growing up, milk builds strong bones, right? Yep. Okay. Well, that's totally false. The dairy industry came up with that, and it's actually the opposite. The milk causes osteoporosis for people. So, I mean, it's got tons of hormones in it. It's got antibiotics in it that are getting passed on to us. And it's really not good for any of us. It's creating inflammation, a lot of sinus congestion, ear infections. That's a lot of dairy sensitivity, eczema. That's your inflammation coming out on your skin. Sugars and dye, most of us know that those are bad for us. Those are, you know, neurotoxic to the brain. Glyphosate, which is Roundup, and that's pretty much on almost every food they're sprayed on all of our crops unless it's organic. So we really just want to reduce this toxic exposure, like Carlita said, with our foods especially. And then with Arbonne, all the other products that we use, like the skincare and the makeup and all that, they are reducing the toxins, which is nice. So we like to tell people, like Riley said, it's not that you have to completely cut out foods and all this stuff that you're going to eat is terrible tasting. I mean, there's so many foods that are actually really good. And these are some of the brands that I recommend to some of my patients. Like some of the Annie's is great. We use, you know, organic tortilla chips in our house with salsa or guacamole as a snack. You can do almonds. You can do, you know, any type of veggie with hummus or, you know, organic peanut butter or almond butter or sun butter. There's a lot of healthy snacks, and that's what we're going to give you with this program of alternatives that you guys can feed your kids. So focus on what you can eat, not about what you can't eat. And once you start fueling the body with the right foods, you're not going to want to go backwards. And same thing for these kids. They're not going to want to go back. So start reading these ingredient labels. Like I said, high fructose corn syrup, it's really bad. It's going to spike blood sugar. And that's another thing these kids are dealing with. Some of them, they're labeled as ADHD or, you know, behavioral issues when really they're in hypoglycemia. So, you know, signs of hypoglycemia, mood swings, irritability, anxiety, you know, inability to focus and concentrate, hyperactive, fatigue, anger, and aggression. So how many kids have those symptoms today? And it could be that they're in hypoglycemia because they're eating all these sugar and carbs and then they're crashing, and then they're eating sugar and carbs and then they're crashing again. So just balancing their blood sugar, which this program is going to do, is going to help get rid of all of those symptoms for them. So we want to eliminate the high fructose corn syrup, trans fats, artificial flavors and sugars. We don't use any of those in any of our products. Artificial dyes, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, MSG, all of those things are just put into products so that they can stay on the shelf longer, so that they can try to taste better, and it's not better for our body. And I always tell my patients, stay on the outsides of your grocery store. That's the way all of our grocery stores are set up. You stay on the outsides, all the processed junk's up the middle. And we're going to teach you all the foods that you can have, you know, brown rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes. You can eat some of those complex carbs and organic meats and things like that, and almond milk. And there's our substitutes that you can eat. So this program is so doable, even for kids. So I highly encourage you, if any of you are invited on from consultants, just get back with that consultant that brought you on here, and we can help you answer any questions. But I'm telling you, when you change these kids' diet and you heal their guts, you have new children as far as behavioral improvements, you know, sensory stuff, you know, neurological components, all of that stuff gets better, and it's so worth it.
Thank you, Sarah.
Okay. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
So you guys, that is why, again, like an additional layer of why you want to make sure that your kids, you know, are not getting bombarded with these things that are not healthy for their body and that their bodies can't handle, and then making them sick and function in a way that gets them labeled and even, you know, just interferes with what it is they could do with their lives because they aren't functioning at full capacity. Arbonne's Healthy Living Program is like a double detox for the young and the old. Like I said, it is for adults and children, and it's safe for everyone. And it has the protein shakes that you heard the kids talking about, energy fizz sticks that help us all to keep our energy level up in a calm way and avoid the monster drinks and the energy drinks that are so full of artificial sweeteners and caffeine and harmful ingredients that truly can hurt people. And we have the alternative choice, the greens balance that Blake talked about, helping him get all the fruits and vegetables in that he needs with his busy on the go lifestyle, and who isn't busy and on the go anymore. And then we have all the detox products that help the liver and support the kidney and the livers to flush out the toxins that we have accumulated over the years. And we have this program set up where we can help everybody learn how to live these products so that it helps assist your body in flushing out those toxins, but also building back in all of the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients like Blake talked about needing for his body, and understanding that today as a young adult that he needs for his body to be healthy. Arbonne's giving the body everything it needs and can easily digest, absorb, and use, and therefore have the fuel that it needs, while it's flushing out all of the things that it doesn't need and cannot use. So that's what we are going to be using, is the Arbonne products to be able to help people do that. These are just some more pictures. This is a picture of one of our consultants, and nobody really talked about the skincare, but my daughter-in-law, Alexa, she struggled with acne as a young kid in high school. And today you saw her skin. Her skin is clear and good and healthy because her diet has completely changed. And this is another kid that it shows the example that not only energy and focus and attention and weight loss and blood pressure and all the things you heard these kids talk about, it's the skin is going to be healthier too. And how much money do we spend and time do we spend trying to fix acne, and we patch it instead of getting to the root of the problem, which is your gut and your healthy everything like Dr. Sarah talked about. This is a picture of Riley, who you can see this was his before pictures, and then this is his after picture in 30 days after living the program. And look at the transformation that he had in his health. So when he goes, this is what he loves and feels better about, is because he now looks like this, and not only does he feel it different, but he looks different. And that, you guys, body image is so important to kids whenever they're young. This is another patient of Dr. Sarah Pace's, who lived the program and was down 30 pounds in a month. And Sarah, if you want to share anything extra with him, but I mean, just whole transformation of health. And you guys, young kids, do you want to share anything, Sarah?
Yeah, he used to have joint pain every morning, and it took him like 5 to 10 minutes to get going in the morning because all of his joints just hurt so bad, his feet, his arms, his legs. He gets up out of bed and doesn't have any problem, like a normal, 14-year-old should. His mom also says that he doesn't snore anymore.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know if that's from the program. I'm like, yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Cut out inflammation.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
it's
So
awesome.
just cool. You guys, this is the Blake and Alexa. This was them in high school. And it's one of those things that it's like, I saw that picture and it was like just kind of normal for me to see them in their everyday life that they had. And then I saw a picture of them on Facebook and I put it side by side and I was like, wow, look at the difference in these kids from whenever they were in high school and everybody was telling them they were great and they didn't need to worry about anything, that they were healthy, they were athletes, and they were just getting bigger and, made it sound like it was a good thing. And now look at them and how different, and the puffiness and the swelling that they had when they were in high school versus as young adults today. This is my daughter, you guys, who is can you guys even see? I'm not even sure what you're looking at. But who was in college and was always struggled with her weight and was always the bigger kid through elementary, junior high, and high school. And today is, pregnant and a few weeks away from delivering and weighs less than what she weighs right now, being 7.5 months pregnant. And that's what she looked like when she was in college and was living on soy lattes and things like that from Starbucks and getting all the hormones from the soy and the horrible diet that she lived. And today, is a healthy mom and is able to help her kids be healthy. Actually, this is a picture of her today. And so you guys, this just helps you see. I just put this here so that people could see that, a healthy family starts with you. And this is Dr. Sarah and her family. And then this is me and the Blake and Lex and my daughter, grandson, and son-in-law. And you guys, everybody can have a healthy family. And the best gift that you can give your family is the gift of a healthy you. And so I just hope that you guys will, use this program to get healthy yourself with you and your family and empower and equip your kids the way these kids have shared that they have been empowered and equipped to live and take control of their health and wellness. But also, who do you know? Who do you know that could benefit from getting in a program like this with you as well and helping make a difference in their family, you guys? Because the best thing that, everyone wants. Health is priceless. We may chase, degrees, education, money, things, but I'm telling you, there's nothing that will replace a healthy you. And you can have all of those things. And if you don't have your health, you've got nothing. And you may not realize it until you lose it. But I hope that you will, be proactive. And that's what I love about Arbonne. As a nurse and as an advanced practice nurse, I worked many years in the hospital and in the clinic setting. And I was always in the fix and repair mindset. I did a little bit of growth and development, child checks in my practice, but it was the very small part of my day. The very busy, packed part of my day was seeing sick patients and sick kids and trying to fix them after they were broken. And what I love, love, love about Arbonne is I get to be on the side of health that I'm passionate about. I get to be on the prevention and the proactive side instead of the fix and the repair side. And so, you guys, that's what this program will do. And it is expensive to be sick, and health is priceless. So, and I know every parent out there is as passionate and loves their kids as much as I do and gets as scared for their health and wellness as I was for Blake and Alexa and Lindsay whenever they were these kids growing up in my home before they were able to embrace it for themselves and get healthy. And I have such peace and joy in my heart today knowing that my kids are healthy and they know how to be healthy. And I wish and hope that for every other parent out there in the world. So the best product that we have in Arbonne, you guys, is absolutely the Arbonne Opportunity. It gives you the gift of time and financial freedom. And, stress from lack of time and lack of money and all of that pressure is one of the biggest toxins that people have in their life as well. And this opportunity has everything you need to be able to take control of that area of your life and detox that area of your life as well. And it's with a company that is fully equipped to help you build a business that is, you know, has been here for 40 years and is going to be here and is really just now coming in at its prime. 40 years ago, you guys, Arbonne was pure, safe, beneficial, vegan, plant-based. Nobody cared. Today, in 2019, people know and understand that is exactly what they need. They just don't know exactly where to find it. And we do. We have it. And what we do in Arbonne to build the business is we stop using other people's products. We start using and living Arbonne, and we tell other people about what it's done for us, just like you heard these kids share today. And we build a business that gives us financial freedom to buy back the time, freedom, and flexibility that you want and desire for your life. And that is another way that you can detox your life. The income opportunity is anywhere from a few extra $100 a month that you can make. I talked to somebody today and they're like, I need at least $300 a month. I'm like, we can get there this month. And then you can replace a 6-figure income. I replaced my advanced practice nurse salary and income and was able to retire my husband with this opportunity, because I simply went out and helped people outside of that practice learn about how to take control of their health and wellness, and empowered and equipped them with Arbonne's products. Because when you help people use these products, they're fail-proof. When people live this program, you guys, you're guaranteed results. 45-day money-back guarantee from Arbonne. And that is where you have zero risk and zero concern of what if it doesn't work. And because you can get every penny back, and Arbonne will gladly repay you anything you were out if you were not happy with the results that you get, like you were promised here. So I hope that you guys got excited about this. We are going to start a 30-day program. If you're interested in joining that as a family, we have one that, you know, is for adults, but we are also and have tailored one that is specific for your kids that you can, you know, plug your kids into if they're old enough, or at least learn about it so that you can help your kids live this program if they're too young to, you know, follow along with it themselves, and to be able to learn this for themselves. Not because you're telling them what to eat, but because they're understanding why they need to eat and live the way that you are helping them learn to with this program that we are all partnering together with on you. So if you're interested, get with the consultant that invited you and let him know, and we can get you the link to join the 30-day program that will start this week, helping you get prepared for it. And then the clean eating portion of it will start next week, whenever the one for adults starts. You can simultaneously do them together as a family, and you can be in the adult version and also be in the kid version that helps equip and empower you as a parent, and or help and equip and empower your kids to live it with you side by side for the next 30 days and see what happens with your health. So I am so thankful and grateful for everybody who partnered with me tonight. This is powerful, and stories tell way more than facts tell. And so thank you, Blake, Alexa, Riley, Danielle, Sarah, thank you for your expertise and your knowledge and your wisdom and partnership in making these next 30 days with meals, lunches, snacks, information, everything that you need to help your kids battle the norm that's out there in the world today. So you guys, let everybody know if you're interested, and we will help you and your family start your healthy journey as a lifestyle for the rest of your life, and enjoy the benefits of it. Any questions?